Here are instances where crooked officers got exposed and left with nothing but panic and regret, just like this first officer who savored his illusion of control until this auditor exposed his illegal activities.
So we're gonna try to hop right in here and get into it. We're gonna find our poster 7 and start recording. So, rules and regulations, and we got the recording procedures.
After reviewing the rules of the office like a model citizen, she entered the main office and found 2 living reminders of the last time she came here.
Oh, we got our 2 ladies over here last time. Who did not think I can record in the office. She learned her lesson from last time. She still keeps trying to promote craziness in the post office.
Ma'am, can you please stop recording?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. Oh, you learned your lesson from last time? You got educated?
These ladies seem to be better educated than before, but the auditor needs to make sure they've learned from their horrible mistakes.
What is it that I have? So you see how you have the lady here on the end still trying to start up fires. So glad to see these 2 faces. Oh, she got them. She's the superstar, remember? So last time I was in here, she said I could not point my camera this direction for transactions. Apparently she learned I can point my camera whichever way I want. So crazy to film in public and exercise your First Amendment right. It's just so crazy to be an American.
This lady seems to be stirring things up. She clearly didn't learn enough from the last time she was caught red-handed for her abhorrent actions.
I'm just recording just to make sure that they're doing their job. I'm not recording the public here. I mean, to get in the camera, it is not my expectation here. So we're gonna get in line and let her coworker, her supposable sister, let her know how ate up she got on them comments last time. So if you guys remember, this is what I was doing last time. This, where I was asked why I was recording and the police got called. They learn. And that's what we're here to do, is to teach and make them learn.
The workers don't engage. The security, however, doesn't seem to know a thing about the rights the First Amendment guarantees.
Hey, how's it going?
Great, how's it going, sir?
What's going on today?
Are you federal police?
I'm police. I was called by them. What's going
Okay, do you have a contract with the post office to be in here with the arm?
Yeah,
Good?
I do.
Okay,
What's going on
great.
today?
I'm just here to make a purchase.
Why are you recording?
Because I have the right to, the First Amendment, a press.
Okay, cool.
That's it. What's your name and badge number?
It's right here.
Okay, but right here is not your name.
Okay.
So what is your name?
Okay. Do y'all want to give her business? Okay.
They don't have the option. This is a, no, this is not a
You
Walmart.
can still be criminally trespassed from
For
a
what
public
reason?
building.
Well, but it has to be, no, it does.
After being called out for disregarding her First Amendment rights, this officer's brainworms tell him to make the most shocking threats you wouldn't believe.
It does.
We
So
can do
are
this
you
real- Hey, stop. We can do this real easy.
right? Or we can make this real hard on yourself.
No.
Don't make me take away your qualified
Don't make me do
immunity.
anything. Okay.
Okay, no,
I'm
it said
outside with
don't
us.
make
Causing a
me take
Ma'am.
away your qualified
Ma'am,
immunity.
Let's go outside. Come on.
Sir, don't grab me. Don't touch me. You don't have the right.
They want you gone. If you don't leave,
They don't have the right to tell me to go because I'm not doing anything illegal.
If you don't leave, I'm
Get your
going to take
supervisor.
you. I'm the
Get your-
supervisor. I'm the supervisor.
Get your lieutenant.
He's not here today.
Well, there's someone on the clock. Here to make a purchase at a public building and getting trespassed.
This incompetent cop is too proud to admit this woman has a better grasp on the law than him, but his sheer stupidity only gets worse.
So everybody call the Duncanville police and let them know I'm being trespassed for no reason. He obviously doesn't understand how trespass works in public buildings. So everybody call the Duncanville police station in Texas.
Excuse me, ma'am. You're stopping my car.
You just rearranged that for yourself? I'm not gonna attack nobody.
Can I get you to step at the end of
No, sir. No, ma'am. I am in my free space.
No, you're not.
Can I get you
Get out of line. Talk to me.
She's holding up.
I will talk to you right here. But this is where I will talk to you. I'll stand out of their line, but I'll talk to you right here. And this is Miss Tracy. Y'all remember her?
The lunacy of this case doesn't end here, because what the officer is about to do is a new level of shocking and out of line.
So anyways, he's going to sit here and act like he's going to play on his walkie-talkie. Yeah, go in private if you want to have a private conversation.
Man, there's other emergencies going on in the city.
Then go handle those. I didn't ask you to
I'm
stop
called
here. Okay, then handle that. If you need to stay here, then stay here. If you don't, then go. Go handle the things you need to go handle. Then don't ask me what to handle or not handle.
The shameless cop calls backup to talk to a lone woman in a postal office. But the most outrageous thing he will do is just coming up.
You're recording. What? Recording? Yes. Okay. She's not wanting to leave. They're wanting her to leave. Okay. And that's it.
So tell me what legal reason you have to trespass me from a public building.
They don't want you here.
That is not a legal reason. I am press. I am press. I am in a government building doing the news.
Do you have ID?
So where do you get ID for press? Everyone is press. The freedom of press.
They don't want you
Sir,
here.
you're
This is
not
a
going to
public place.
trespass me unless you want your
Go to jail.
you want your qualified immunity taken?
That's fine. All right. I'll hold this.
This horrible cop just made the biggest mistake of his life, and the magic of the camera won't let him go unpunished. However, if you think the cop in this case was bad, the cops in this next case bring true shame to the badge, resorting to getting physical for almost no reason.
Come on. There you go.
On April 18, 2024, an auditor was exercising his First Amendment rights when a couple of workers decided to bug him. When the police arrived on scene, the situation only escalated.
Kansas City. We out here at the United States Post Office, North Kansas City, Gladstone on Berry Road. Let's see if they honor and respect. Hi. Hey, how you doing?
You doing okay?
Huh?
Are you in the post office, sir?
You said who?
Are you in the post office?
No.
Can I help you with anything?
No, I'm just recording.
For what purposes?
Just recording.
You know there's no soliciting on postal property, right?
It's no
There's
what?
no soliciting on postal property.
I'm not soliciting nothing.
I don't think they're comfortable with you recording them.
Well, they in public.
They're not okay with you recording them, sir. Look at this young lady. She's turning the other way. She's not okay. She's uncomfortable. Please don't make my customers uncomfortable.
If you think this guy was rude, you'll be appalled by the entitlement of this next guy right here and what he ended up doing.
Sir,
Yes.
what's your problem?
I don't have a problem.
No, sir. What's your problem?
What make you think I have a problem? What make you think I have a problem? Are you the postmaster?
No, I'm not the postmaster.
Is the postmaster here?
She's not.
She's not?
work here.
Okay.
That's why I'm asking, what's your problem?
I don't have a problem, sir.
Then please walk out.
No, I'm gonna stay here. I have every right to be here.
But you don't have any right to record me.
I do. You just walked up to the camera, sir. You
Can you,
tweaking.
can you take off your face if you think what you are doing is right? Can you take off your face?
Look how close you is. Why would I take my mask off?
Intimidating an auditor is never a good tactic. However, this man's behavior only goes more downhill from here.
What's your name?
My name is Joseph.
Joseph. How you doing, Joseph?
I'm doing fine.
Yes, I'm just up here recording.
For what? Just let me know and I'll give you whatever you want.
I know what you can do for me while I'm here. You have the passport applications. I don't see
We
them
don't
out here.
sell some. We don't do some here. Passport application, you have to go to Gladstone.
Okay.
So what else do you need?
Yeah, we got somebody repeatedly.
What else do you need?
Here. This right here is called Poster 7. They gave this to me in training when you was on Persian Road next to Union Station. Let's go right here.
Watch as this officer's blissful ignorance comes into full play when the auditor only wishes to educate him.
You can't record someone who has come to the post office to do a business. You can record anything, but you can't record this lady. It's a breach of her privacy. That is all I'm trying to tell you.
Okay, you ready for this?
Yeah.
There's no expectation of privacy. So that picture, listen to
Can
me.
you take off your face?
Listen to
and
me.
let this woman
Look
take
how
it?
close you are to me. Why would I take my COVID mask off? You know it's coming back around this year, right? Why would I want to take my... Why would I want to take my... Look how close you was to me though, sir.
Because you are infringing on other people's privacy.
He has done no sort of thing, but this man continuously tries to gaslight him. It may work on other customers, but this man is completely aware of his right.
I have a right to record.
Does she have a right to tell you don't record her?
She had the right to say it.
And she told you right here that she doesn't want to come in.
She didn't say that.
I don't want you recording me.
Okay.
But are you still recording her?
I'm recording
Yes.
you.
I'm in the same
She's
space.
right.
I mean, you can't stand next to her and expect me not to record. I mean, I'm not trying to record her. I can't record the post office. And we're in public.
I don't care what you are recording.
Uh-huh.
So I'm not hiding my face.
Okay.
If you are man enough, take off your face.
He keeps on repeating himself constantly, even though his point is wrong. His insane hubris will be his downfall.
If you are man enough, take off your face.
Yeah, you spitting when you talk, man. So
I'm doing.
I think spit come out your mouth when you was talking. So
Yeah.
I'm not trying to catch none of that. Let's see what happened when the cops get here, though. I heard you say you calling the cops. Would you apologize if the cops tell you I can do it? If the cops tell you I'm within my rights to record here, are you gonna apologize?
I'm not apologizing.
Not you, man. I'm not even coming for
All
you.
I'm saying is you can record everything here.
I can.
But you can't record the people who come in.
Listen, if you're wrong, would you apologize?
I will.
Okay.
Well, he better start practicing because he's soon going to be taught what the law is and that he's supposed to respect it.
I'm gonna step outside so she can handle her. I didn't come for her.
Okay.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay. Oh, and we got the police pulling up. Hey, how's it going there, officer? What's your
How you
name?
doing?
What's your name and your badge number?
Officer Bush, 4680.
Thank you so much for being professional. What's your name and badge number,
Officer
sir?
Hines, 04918.
Thank you so much for being professional.
I asked the young man if he needed anything when I realized that he was reporting my customers, and I'm like, I don't appreciate that. If there's anything I can help you with, go ahead and let me know what you need. And he just continued recording. And the young lady that was sitting over here in line in queue, she was getting uncomfortable, one of the customers. And
Totally
so that's not okay. It's not appropriate. So please give me the property.
Officers seem cordial right now, but what Officer Bush does in this next clip is truly despicable.
Okay,
I
well,
felt the need for you guys to come on by.
sounds like you need to leave the property or we're going to take you to jail.
Well, come over here. Over here. Okay. Watch this. Over here. This is.
Are you willing to press charges?
Listen.
Yes, sir.
Check this out.
Excellent. All right.
Can we get a supervisor? Can we
We
get
can
a?
talk outside.
No, right here. Listen, no. This is poster 7. This is the rules and
But she
regulations.
said you're not conducting any postal business.
Listen to me, sir.
Okay, let's talk outside.
But this is the rule.
Come on. There you go.
Listen, look at
This is your
this.
vehicle.
Look at this. That's the rules and regulations saying I can't record.
Even after violating his rights, these officers still continue their disgraceful tactics, even threatening to arrest the man.
Asking for a passport, I left and gave the lady her own personal space.
That's not what
You
you
just
told us.
grabbed my arm. I
Yes,
got
ma'am.
everything on camera.
Uh-huh.
Can we
Yeah,
get a
so do I.
supervisor? Can we get a supervisor out here, please?
Well,
Please.
you need to leave.
This is public property.
No,
That's
it's
a
not.
lobby.
No, it is not. This
Listen,
is a private business.
Luckily for this man, the real cop in charge is on his way, and he's not nearly as horrible and power-hungry as his subordinates.
Hey, can I get your name and badge number of close just for the record?
I just told you.
I couldn't hear with the wind.
I'm Sergeant Durner. My badge number is 4944, serial number.
Yes, sir. I came in here today just to kind of get some public information. I know I have every right to record in here. It's actually have a poster 7 in there with the rules and regulations on poster property, saying that photos and photography may be taken in the lobbies, foyers, and corridors.
But even during this interaction, Officer Bush couldn't seem to cease his vindictive behavior.
She said, "Hey, what are you doing here?" I said, "I'm just recording." She's like, "Well, you can't record here. You can't record my customers." She said, "This lady do not want to be recorded." The lady didn't even say nothing yet. But I even left the building just to give the lady her privacy, which I really don't even have. I didn't have to do that.
Okay.
Anything I see in public, I can record. That was just a little lobby. I wasn't going to be in there that long. Look how little it is. There's nothing in there. But I did ask him for a passport. They let me know I have to go to another building. These gentlemen, I forget his name, but he actually grabbed me and pulled me out the office. Not even letting me show him the rules and regulations on postal property. This is a First Amendment protected activity. You cannot turn that into a crime. You and the postal people took an oath to uphold the Constitution. And you pulled me out the building, sir, when I'm telling you I have the right to do so.
His gross justifications in this next clip really are the cherry on top. Shows why he's been on the force for 25 years and is still just an officer.
You weren't leaving when you were told.
I don't have to leave. They can't make me leave just because I got a black shirt on. I have to commit a crime for you to make me leave this property.
They ask you to leave.
They can't just ask me to leave. No, it's not. That's not how trespass works, sir. If I'm at the police department, you can't just say, hey, leave. I have to commit some type of crime.
Or if you're causing the disturbance,
I didn't cause
people feel uncomfortable.
I didn't.
That's another.
Come on,
other
Sarge.
situation.
Come on, Sarge. Now, I'm not making nobody uncomfortable by recording. You can't turn protected activity
On that,
into a crime.
You're absolutely right. You can record anybody you want.
And I didn't say
You're not
nothing.
interfering with anybody's
I'm not
work or anything like that.
Officer Bush continues to embarrass himself, but luckily for the auditor, he has all of it on video, and surely the cop will pay.
I was in there 20 seconds and the lady ran out to me. It wasn't even 20 seconds.
You got that on your phone?
I got that. See, the lady was outside. She was outside getting something out somebody's car. So when I walked in, she came in right behind me and was like, hey, what are you doing? You can't record. So, and what's your name again? Your name and badge number? Bush put his hands on me and pulled me out the office.
Yes, it did. Because you refused
They
to
wanted
leave
you
when I
to
told
leave, but I'm going to go talk. I haven't talked to the manager. So I'm gonna go
Okay.
you. Trespassing is a crime.
Trespassing is a crime, but I wasn't trespassing. You got to commit a crime first. You got to commit a crime first, sir. 25 years, and you ain't got that.
The auditor seems to have finally dealt with Officer Bush when another problem arises.
How you doing, sir? What's your name and your badge number, just for the record, since you're on the scene?
Mark Johnson.
They can't make me leave just because I got on the black shirt. You know that, right? What they telling me to leave for?
Because you didn't have any postal business here.
Hey, Missouri Supreme Court already ruled we can record our officials, our government officials, in the course of their duty. You know that?
The sergeant's return brings good news, but now Officer Hines takes the opportunity to undermine the auditor's rights in the most sickening way possible.
Did you able to see the rules and regulations on the wall?
Did you also see the rules about disorderly conduct and if you're impeding customers doing
I didn't
business?
say nothing to nobody, sir. Right when I walked in, the lady, she came outside. So right when I came in, she came right behind me. I didn't even know who she was. She just started talking to me. She could have been a customer. I went outside so she could handle her business, and then just came back. And I only hung around because they said they was calling you guys.
Right now you're on sidewalk anyway. You're on public property. And here's the deal: in that foyer is public property. You're correct about that. But the issue is when you're making customers uncomfortable. That's a prohibited act.
Just watch as Officer Hines jumps at the opportunity to give his own faulty 2 cents.
This is a First Amendment protected activity. You cannot turn a First Amendment protected activity into a crime. That's public property. I'm not saying nothing. I can record. Your feelings don't overrule my constitutional right. So if you're uncomfortable with me recording you and we're in public, you go to Disneyland with your Disneyland with your kids and you about to take a picture. You gonna make everybody behind you sign a waiver? They uncomfortable being on your.
Let me read the actual word.
Come on, Sergeant. Come on, get them.
On your disorderly conduct.
I'm not
Conduct
impeding
that
it.
creates loud or unusual noise or which impedes entrance or departure to post offices or otherwise obstructs the usual use of.
I didn't do none of that.
He clearly did none of that, so what does Hines wish to accomplish? He's just as bad as his comrade, Officer Bush.
We can't keep you from going back in there now once we leave. But again, if you continue to do the acts that make people uncomfortable, make the workers and make the public in general uncomfortable when they go in there to conduct their business, I'm sure we're going to be called back out here. And then we'll call the postal inspector and have them come and take care of us.
Okay. And again, one more thing, you guys.
Do you already have this info?
No, we've not.
You just want to give it? Do you want to provide us your information?
Am I obligated? Okay. So can I go back in there?
It's only fair since you got all our information.
You're public. You're a public servant. I'm private.
Back on the sidewalk.
Next, watch as this once respected officer tries to bury the truth behind a vicious arrest, banking on silence and his gleaming badge to shield him.
Everyone's got something to say. Mind your own goddamn business.
So unless you have a search warrant, you don't have a right to enter his home.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? I'm gonna get on the ground. Oh yeah, put me on the ground. Good job, ma'am.
These dirty cops thought they could abuse their power and get away with illegal arrests until they were caught red-handed. Just like this officer here who thought that he could get away with an illegal arrest. On May 18, 2020 in New Haven, Connecticut, Trooper Matthew Spina conducted a traffic stop along I-95. How and what happened will truly shock you.
Hey,
Could I just ask you why you're riding their butt like that and speeding, man?
I'm running his license plate because everybody else is speeding. Why are you speeding?
I was only going 60.
Speed limit's 40.
50.
The signs.
Okay.
Bye-bye. Do
All right.
yourself a favor. Oh, give me the toe.
No, I have a...
Yeah,
I have
no
a medical
shit.
marijuana card.
Step out.
I have a card.
Step out.
All right, stop, man.
You want to run your mouth? No problem. You came to the right guy. Step out.
All right, stop.
Come on.
This officer might need a refresher on how to communicate with human beings.
Right now, you're just being detained. You're not under arrest. All right. Seems you have a very hostile attitude.
No, I really don't.
See, the blue car
which one?
Was tailing me.
Yeah.
While I was pacing a tractor-trailer looking for a motor vehicle violation because the governor's office has gotten multiple complaints on traffic stops.
I know.
Okay?
I know that.
So we're out doing our thing.
Okay.
He decides to pass me and me off.
All right, Speedy, I'm sorry.
All right?
Yeah.
How can someone sworn to serve and protect act in such a hostile manner?
So who the f you think you are? Worried about what I'm doing?
Okay. You're right.
I know I'm right, goddammit! Get the fuck down!
This officer tries a new approach to intimidation tactics.
Everyone's got something to f***ing say! Mind your own goddamn business! You're f***ing speeding! How would I start with that? No sh**. I was following that kid for a reason, and if you hadn't done that stupid stunt, I'd be with him right now. But no! You just couldn't leave it alone, could you? You had to be a f***ing American.
Whoa, really? Racism?
Sit in the original dispensary container. And you're how's that sound? Mind your own business next time. Yeah, it's called shut the fuck up. I was driving along, I was gonna head you a simple citation that I give, but no. You gotta be, where do you work? Where?
It's called American Pulp.
What's that?
It's
paper?
Yeah, you know, like the liquor bottles and stuff that the shit comes in, like the train. I promise you, I only have weed in the car. Honest to goodness. And it's all right here in my glove box right here.
You ever heard of what a heat seeker is?
No.
A heat seeker is something that draws attention to itself. Heat-seeking missiles, they go for the heat. Sit the down. Did I tell you to move?
This officer needs a major attitude adjustment.
This ought to tell you why our department, instead of having 1,300, has 850 right now. There's a clue to the public. What a bunch of assholes you are.
It's clear the victim has done nothing wrong and has been detained without any reason.
Sit in the original dispensary container. No shit. Turn around. Everything across you make I'm kidding? You think I'm fucking kidding? Look at me. Do I look like I'm happy with you right now? Shut your fucking mouth, mind your own business, and be on your way. Don't you ever fuck with me again.
These are the officers, and this is their behavior towards the people they've sworn to protect. This officer's disregard of rules, laws, and common decency is just absolutely sickening. But this next cop wasted no time in committing the most vicious of deeds.
So unless you have a search warrant, you don't have a right to enter his home.
In August 2024, a dramatic standoff took place between an attorney and a law enforcement officer. What happened next is truly shocking.
Why aren't y'all recording?
We recorded the people
No. You get pulled over, pull your cameras out, record them, and get name and badge numbers. You know you're blocking traffic, right? You know that bus had to go on the grass to get around you, right? Which is illegal.
Get around it.
So you're welcome to banter, record, berate me. It's not going to change what I'm doing out here.
I don't give a fuck what you're doing. You're blocking traffic.
In front of his home, these police officers were accusing this man's daughter and her friend of brandishing a firearm in a road rage incident. As Bob approached, he started filming and offered thoughtful advice.
So we got a call about a road rage incident. They gave description of the vehicle, license plate number, description of the occupants. They said somebody waved a gun at them. Okay, so it is he said, she said at this point. Okay, but we also have to look at the motivation behind that call. Does that happen every day that just somebody randomly just picks out some random vehicle and says, hey, they did whatever?
With no evidence in hand, this officer is here ready to make unjust arrests.
So go get a warrant.
Okay, well then that's what we'll do.
You have to get a warrant.
Okay. All right,
you're not searching anything on this property without a warrant.
What we're going to do, though, in the meantime, because there's a firearm involved, alleged to be involved, is that we're going to do a protective sweep of the residence. We can do that without a warrant, okay? We're going to make sure there's nobody in there with a loaded gun waiting to shoot us out the windows, okay?
This man firmly holds his ground as the officer, grasping at straws, tries to justify yet another attempt to search the house.
We wouldn't be searching the house. We'd be first doing a protective sweep, making sure there's no other people in the house that would do us harm. Then after that, we would apply for a search warrant to search the house for evidence.
Yes, sir, but you understand that he doesn't have to give you permission to enter his home unless you have a warrant.
Correct.
The man immediately video calls his attorney, who schools the officer on civilian rights, delivering a much-needed reality check on the law.
You know, it is his private property, so unless you have a search warrant, you don't have a right to enter his home.
Okay, we might agree to disagree on that point for entry, but anyway, we'll apply for a search warrant, and as long as these people all stay out here, maybe we don't need to do a protective sweep, and we'll just apply for the search warrant. So
the man, with the support of his attorney, successfully forces the officer to back down and admit defeat. Watch what happens next.
We're just looking for a large pistol with an extended magazine. So that's it. Okay.
The man ultimately decides to let the officers search his car for the alleged firearm, confident they'll find nothing.
It's definitely a good resource.
Yes, I can't wait to tell him about this interaction. It's crazy.
Appreciate you guys. Look at the car. Really? No gun in it?
Just as the victim had predicted, the officers came up empty-handed after searching the car.
We're gonna head over to the other half and talk to them.
The officer, now grasping at options, claims he'll go speak with the person who made the initial report.
We're not just harassing you guys here. We're gonna be talking to them and making sure.
And the reason why there is 4 cops is that, one, this is one that we would automatically send 2 guys on. And then I'm the 5th supervisor, so I'm gonna come. You know what I mean? And the other guy was semi-close at the south end of Red Line, so I told him.
The officer, now scrambling, desperately tries to justify the overwhelming police presence at the scene. The bravery of this citizen standing up against questionable police tactics is truly inspiring. But this next cop will have you at the edge of your seat.
Stop running your mouth.
Yes,
that's you know.
Come on, man, you little white supremacy brother.
Yeah, white supremacy.
Why
Shut
don't
your
you
mouth.
Your bonus, your
Shut your mouth.
Why don't you do it?
Shut your mouth.
In 2022, a man is issued a speeding ticket. What happens next is truly horrifying.
I cautioned him for causing a disturbance, so...
What disturbance? You come here causing a disturbance. I tell you, and you can't do nothing about that. Nothing you can do, you little punk. I'm coming here.
He's going after that guy.
You think it's against the law to tell you to do a yourself?
After provoking the man to lash out and threatening him, the officer shifts the blame squarely onto the victim.
Because he come over here and give you a unreasonable time. You can take it easy, people. We pay a lot of taxes here. You think, buddy, you think you can
stop yelling, man?
Talk to us. Stop yelling. Stop yelling what?
Stop yelling.
Stop yelling what?
There's no need
you think
to
you're
yell.
going to do anything? I've been waiting for this.
No, listen.
Touch me.
There's no need to yell.
As the man begins to articulate his frustrations, the arrival of 2 more officers only intensifies his agitation.
You hear me?
I don't know.
Because I'm ready to die, but I'm f***ing you.
Over a parking tag?
I don't give a f***. I'll die for less than that, motherfucker.
Don't call me that.
Yes, mother. Okay, all right, you're talking nice, so you sound like you're coming off different. Cool. Okay. But there's a punk here.
Leave him alone. He's
done. Listen to me. Listen, you want to hear? You want to hear?
He's not even here.
Listen to me. He's right there. When you gonna come and call me a boy? That's a white supremacy word, a racism. You don't fucking call me a boy. Your mother is a boy. It's suck my little bitch.
We're done.
You call me a boy. You don't call me a boy. Did he tell you I have a gun? Why he call all of you here? All because you want to disrespect me and call me a boy. Who the f you call me a boy? Your grandmother suck my you little.
After enduring racial abuse, the man reaches his breaking point, feeling even more aggravated by the heavy police presence.
Here now. Keep
Then
yapping
put
your mouth.
And put it on me, and you see what
Keep
happens.
running your mouth.
Yes,
That's you know.
Come on,
Yeah.
man. You little white supremacy brother.
Yeah, white supremacy.
Why don't
Shut
you
your
give you a
mouth.
bonus?
Shut your mouth.
Why don't you do it now?
Shut your mouth.
Do it, nigga.
Shut your mouth.
I'm done now, you
Walk away.
You wanna make me?
Yeah, come walk towards me.
Do
Yeah.
something, you Do something.
Out of all
Out of all of these ones, you're the worst.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, he's okay?
Of course I'm
doing
okay.
a good job?
I'm waiting for you to do something, you
I wanted to tase him.
I was going to.
Dude, I dare you, I put my life on the line.
Wow, this officer is a real piece of work.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 for a parking ticket because you want to call me a boy. You think you can use any slave code on me?
Can you stop yelling? Like, we're just here to make sure everyone's safe and okay.
No, that's not it. You call you because I'm black.
Six police officers gave one man a parking ticket.
So f***ing disrespectful. You think this is slave days? This generation, we ain't taking your shit.
Feeling rightfully upset over the racial discrimination he faced, the man chooses to walk away in frustration. But watch what happens next.
Buddy, I didn't threaten nobody like
Okay? Be cool, be cool.
Put your hand behind your back.
You're arrested.
Sifu,
You're under arrest for
arrested for threatening that.
I didn't threaten nobody, buddy.
It'll be done, but obviously it's investigated, regulated, statement.
And who are you?
I'm a detective constable. Sorry, I know I'm.
You see me threaten you?
No. So I did. Obviously, I just spoke with the parking enforcement officer. Right, they're taking a statement right now.
Okay, and what did he say I said?
So he said you threatened to kill him.
What? Okay, it's recorded, right?
Next, these deputies meet a body cam's cold honesty, which exposed their blatant misconduct for all to see.
I'm gonna tell you, check right, check down.
Sheriff's office!
Shot fire, shot fire.
According to the second deputy, she spotted a person approaching the door with a gun. That's when both deputies opened fire wildly, hitting a woman inside the apartment who was just a guest and had no weapon. It was chaos in an instant. The woman was taken to the hospital, no injuries were reported, and the sheriff's office is investigating the shooting. Both deputies involved are on administrative leave with no criminal charges filed yet. The Harris County District Attorney's Office is also investigating, as is standard with law enforcement incidents involving deadly force. An ego trip can land you in situations that reflect your own shame, and that's exactly what happened to these cops.
You can't go in my pockets. I don't consent to searches or seizures. Hey,
So take your hands out of your pockets.
you can't tell me to take my hands on my pocket.
A YouTube auditor named Sean Reyes was exercising his rights to independent journalism and filming on public property at Rahway Motor Vehicle in New Jersey when a public servant complained about him. What happened next was utterly ridiculous.
Hi, good morning. This is the Rahway Motor Vehicle office. We have a gentleman that is videotaping and recording our road test course. I've already spoken to him. I said, you know, there's signs posted you can't record. He's not listening. He's being belligerent. The security guard went to go talk to him. He's not listening to her. We don't even know why he's even here.
How you doing, sir? Hey, how are you? Good. Good.
What's happening?
Nothing, just taking some pictures and video, and Officer Gonzalez and some other people seem to not like that a lot. This is not private property.
This is private property.
This is not private property.
Yes, it is private property.
It's not private property. I looked up the surveys before I came here, and this is not private property. No, the state. This is owned by the state of New Jersey, which means that it's
which is private property.
You're saying that the state
motor vehicle is part of this private property.
No, it's owned by the state, which means that it's public property, sir.
It was downright foolish to see officers arguing over whether public property was technically private, which made no sense at all. But little did Sean know, what was about to happen to him was far worse than this nonsense.
It's who's it owned by? The state.
By the state, yes.
Okay.
But so you saying any place in the state you could go there?
Yeah.
Go there?
Any state property that's not restricted. Yeah, I can go there.
She's saying it's against their policy for anybody to be.
So, ma'am, let me get this straight. This doesn't make any sense because, Officer Gonzalez, you call him because I'm in supposed. You don't enforce policies. You're a law enforcement.
Yes.
I'm not breaking any laws.
Well, this is private property. That's why.
This is not private property. It's scary that you would think that this is private property, sir. Really. Can I get your name and badge number, please?
Yes, right here, Withers. Yeah.
Withers?
Yes.
Thank you. Hi, how are you, ma'am?
Good, how are you?
At that moment, seeing Sean talking with the officers felt like he was arguing with a wall. They flat out ignored the facts, making themselves look uneducated and completely unaware of basic public domain rules.
Officer Maloney, can you take your hands out of your pockets for my safety?
Oh, my hand in my pocket's not for your safety.
Yes, it is. It's for my safety, sir.
It's a little chilly out here. I don't have any weapons on me.
Sir, can you check them? Because I don't know what.
You cannot just check me. You can't do that. You can't go in my pockets. I don't consent to searches or seizures. Hey.
Sir, take your hands out of your pockets.
You can't tell me to take my hands out of my pocket. What? It's not against the law to keep my hand in my pocket. It's cold out here. It's a little windy out here.
I don't know if you have a weapon.
I don't. I'm telling you I don't. I'm not going to show you my hands, ma'am. That's not against the law.
Talk to you over here.
You can't just search people. What's wrong with you?
I don't feel safe.
Officer Maloney, just trying to go in my pockets. That's an illegal search. Rahway Police. Insane.
Officer Malone's body language was aggressive, and she approached with a threatening attitude. She knew exactly what she was doing and had her own agenda, but Sean wasn't about to fall for it.
They automatically.
Put it on YouTube, I guess.
It can go wherever.
Yeah, no, that's what I figure you do.
It goes
You're
wherever.
One of those guys that try to record cops or whatever, put it on YouTube, Instagram, and everything.
I didn't call you here.
Nice.
I didn't call you here.
Nice. That's what you do to
And
money,
you shouldn't.
right?
And you shouldn't.
Nice.
And you shouldn't have any problem with a man exercising his right.
It's the me in a motor vehicle.
Yeah, I mean, the motor vehicle. But sir, your logic.
On YouTube?
That's I don't know. But all I know is that is a problem. That officer's actions is a problem. You can't just go up into somebody's pockets.
I have a camera too, also.
Yeah. Should I be terrified of you because you're recording? Ridiculous.
Am I supposed to be terrified of you?
Yeah, you are terrified of me because you tried to go in my pockets. I didn't try and go in your pockets. You tried to go in my pockets.
Well, I don't know what you have in your pocket.
Hey, Sergeant. How are you, Sarge? Hey, Sarge. If I can speak to you for a minute. Thank you.
His hands out of his pocket.
Well, that you got to do for my safety. If you want to speak to me, take your hand out of your pocket so I know I'm safe in your state.
Notice how the first female officer stayed silent, knowing this was going to backfire on her. Meanwhile, Officer Malone and the other male cop looked ridiculous, especially when he asked about the YouTube channel. It was clear he was eager to watch their foolish antics on screen.
You could see that I don't have any weapon.
I can't.
Yes, you can.
No, I can't.
Yes, you can.
No,
Does that look like? Does that look?
Just show me your hand then.
But no, but it's a power thing.
I'm not going to entertain that.
It's a power thing. It's a power thing.
I'm asking to see your hands the way you can see
and you can see what's in my pocket.
No, I can't.
You can.
I'm not asking to see what's in your pocket. I'm asking to see your hand. So, do you want to take your hand out of your pocket, or would you like me to pat?
I would like. I don't consent to any searches and seizures. I would just like to speak to you.
I'm not searching or seizure. I'm not taking anything from you. I'm going to make sure I'm safe. They're safe.
Everybody's safe. What is wrong with you? Everybody is
There isn't anything
safe.
wrong with me. You asked to talk to me.
Yeah, and
so
I'm
now I'm here to
and
talk
I'm here
to
to
you.
complain. Excuse me, let me speak, please.
I'm not
here.
gonna,
I'm here to issue a complaint.
Until I see your hand out of your pocket.
I'm here to issue a
I'm not
complaint
listening
for the
that
same
until
exact
you take your
thing.
hand out of your pocket.
Let me speak to your supervisor.
I am my supervisor.
No, you're
I'm
not.
the road supervisor.
No, you're-
It was hard to believe a supervisor like this existed. Hearing the sergeant speak made it clear why the officers were so clueless about basic laws and rules. They looked like they had just come out of a boxing ring ready to fight over anything.
We'll find out if they don't want you on the property, you can go film from off their property.
This is public property,
It's not
sir.
public property.
It is
in
public
that sense.
property.
It's public so that everybody can come
This
here
is
and go
owned-
to DMV.
Government property is public property.
Not in that manner, the way you're
Yes, it is.
They don't want you.
Government property is public property.
If you're making them uncomfortable and they don't want you here.
So you can kick me out of your police station?
Can I?
Yeah, can
if
you?
I have to, or if there's a problem?
If I'm recording.
Recording what?
If I'm recording inside, okay then, so I can sit
But
here
I'm
and
not.
record.
But that's my department.
It's
That's
not your
my
department,
home
it's the
base.
people's
If
department.
they are saying-
You'll be violating my rights and then I'm going to hold you accountable. I promise you that.
Okay, well,
I will hold the Motor Vehicle Commission accountable.
Hold whoever you want. But
Why
if
are your
they're
officers
saying-
so scared? Why do
I'm
they?
not scared of
No, but
anything.
why did your officers come up to me and say, "Get your hand out of your pocket, get your hand
Because they
out,"
don't
and
know
then
who
try and
you
go
are,
into my pocket?
because
She
they
attempted to go inside of my pocket. I had to back away from her.
But nobody went in your pocket.
Away from you, sir, because that was I didn't know what you had in your pocket.
Sir,
You should listen. You should really get another job if you're going to be so scared.
More than any security concern, it seemed like the officers just wanted to control Sean and satisfy their egos by convincing themselves that a random citizen didn't know better than them. But Sean wasn't about to back down.
All the years you've ever been a law enforcement officer, have you ever seen someone commit a crime and while they're filming?
Yes.
Oh my
Absolutely.
God, ridiculous! You're lying.
People have phones; they film everything. You're asking me a question,
But you're lying.
I have
You've never seen people
film things, and what they're doing is a crime, and they get charged later or charged during it, and sometimes it's used for evidence. I don't know what to tell.
Oh yes, I've seen those too. They're called law enforcement officers' body
asking me
cameras.
a
That's what they're called.
question. You're asking me
You're
a
right. Law enforcement officers' body cameras is the one that films.
Hey, what is your name, sir?
I told the sergeant my first name's Sean.
Can you tell me your last name? Because I gave you my last name for my
Oh no! I just don't give out any private information unless I've been suspected of committing a crime.
Nobody said you committed a crime.
I know that.
What they said you is if they
I know
deem
that.
they don't want you on the property any longer, or you're causing a disturbance to the business and what they're doing, you're going to have to go. That's what we said. We never said you were committing a crime. Is this your car, hon? All right, we'll move so you can get your car.
At this point, the whole conversation was hilarious and showed just how pathetic the police department was. They seemed intent on escalating the situation, driven by their superiority, ego, and complex attitude.
You're gonna get run over by a car.
I'm not scared like you, ma'am.
Oh, okay. All right.
When we gonna be on YouTube?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. Couldn't tell you.
You gotta edit it first, right?
Not this part. Not this part.
No, you don't. You don't have to edit it.
Or the parts of me walking around not doing anything, but the parts of you guys acting this way, that's going to
Acting
be
what way?
scared of.
What's going
Scared
on?
of.
What's the name of your group?
You'll figure all that out. Cop haters, no.
That's what's called?
I train police departments.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Where at?
Police departments come on to my
Where you
channel.
training
At their police department.
Yeah?
I'll send you the video.
Yeah.
You got an email? I'll send you the video.
Name something?
Oh yeah, sure, I can. But I can send you the video of me training police. I could send you the video of me working. I work with the police.
What department?
I just don't work with tyrants and people who are scared.
These officers were clearly more interested in watching Sean's videos and learning about his channel. If the officer had spent half the time investigating Sean's account studying the laws instead, it would have benefited him a lot more.
You came up to me and told me to take my hand out of my pocket. That's you bullying me.
I think you're bullying all of us.
No. You came up to me and told me to take my hand out of my
Don't worry,
pocket.
just that part will be
It takes
edited
a
out.
certain
No. This whole interaction between you guys. Oh, ma'am, you got out of your car and tried to act super aggressive. I don't know if you're overcompensating because you're. I don't know what you're doing. No, they're not. No one's scared.
I didn't come here
No
to
one's scared of my
harass you. You
actions.
came here to harass
No
all
one
of
is.
us.
No one's scared of my actions. You're here to protect and serve the public, correct? Ma'am, you're afraid of me? Are you afraid of me, ma'am?
Afraid of you.
You're afraid of me? Oh wow.
I didn't come here on my own merit.
Yeah.
I came here because we were called here.
You came here.
Scared.
Okay, that's fair enough.
Of you.
You. No one's scared of me, ma'am. You came here for a call, right? I'm here exercising a constitutionally protected activity. That's your job to uphold that.
But it's not
That's your job to uphold that. I'm not harassing you. I think your logic is flawed. You came up to me and said, get your hand out of your pocket.
Those cops were clearly scared of the cameras because they knew how corrupt they were. The funny part? They couldn't even fake it for a few seconds. Instead, they just got aggressive about it.
Man with his hand in his pockets. I'm scared.
Yes.
Ma'am, take your hand out your pockets, please. Take your hands out your pockets. It's a safety concern for me. See how ridiculous it sounds?
Okay, sir.
Gotcha. The sergeant is speaking with a supervisor of the Motor Vehicle Commission. Officer, what's so wrong with someone taking pictures and video in public? What's wrong about that? What's scary about it?
Well, apparently, I guess you went inside the building and you recorded people?
Oh, yeah, I've done it before. I've done it before in New Jersey Motor Vehicle Commission. That's why cameras are amazing. I'm not. You are. You're a tyrant. You're not a bully. You're a tyrant, officer. You're a tyrant. I came here to expose you. You've been exposed, Officer Maloney.
Okay.
And my job is complete now. You've been exposed as a tyrant. I should pull all your body camera footages and post them all over and see what we can find.
You go ahead, sir.
Because I have a real bad feeling that you're a tyrant. You've done this before.
Okay,
you violated people's rights before, I guarantee you. Okay.
This whole gang of authority figures seemed mentally off. Normal, well-adjusted people, especially in power, don't act like that. It was nauseating to watch them flaunt their ignorance so openly. Sean filed a complaint against Officer Malone and the sergeant after the internal investigation found the officers violated departmental rules. While they promised appropriate disciplinary action, they didn't explain what that would be or what rules were broken. This lack of clarity showed just how unprofessional and unclear the department truly was. No amount of lies would cover up anyone's corrupt and dishonest behavior. This next officer's situation made that very clear.
Have you been trained to unlock handcuffs?
To unlock handcuffs?
Yes.
Not when they're from his body.
Have you ever been trained to unlock handcuffs? That's all I'm asking you.
Not in the front of a person's body.
On May 28, 2019, Andrew Mamone found himself in a hot seat, facing a relentless interrogation. It all began on February 4, 2019, when he pulled over a car for a routine traffic stop. But what happened next was anything but routine. The events that unfolded during that stop quickly spiraled out of control, landing Mamone straight into an interrogation room.
Did you have an opportunity to review the body camera footage related to this incident?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you review it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. The other two officers in this video, these are officers Madison and Seitz, is that correct?
Correct.
Were you riding solo or two-man?
Two-man capacity.
And were you the driver or the passenger?
Passenger.
So originally you all conducted a traffic stop, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. While you all were standing, I think you were still inside the vehicle, and officers Madison and Seitz were standing up, and you were eventually able to get a positive identification on the passenger, correct?
Correct.
At that time, he took off running away from you guys, correct?
Correct.
Tell me what happened after that.
Mamone stopped a suspicious car and found two men with marijuana. The driver, Tariq Green, gave his real name, but the passenger lied about his identity. He was actually Daquan Grant. After being cuffed, Grant tried to run, but it ended badly and things got messy fast.
Based off the false identification he provided, I used that as clues through the mugshots program to try and find his real identity. Upon finding his real identity, I guess he picked up on my verbal and nonverbal cues that I have positively identified him. Once I stepped out of the car, he began to run at a full sprint. I guess it would be like northwest from us, towards the entrance of Timberleaf and Greenbelt, which is Timberleaf Apartments.
Okay, and then what happened?
The fact he was providing active physical resistance, I deployed my electronic control device. After he fell, popped up, and then attempted to flee again. It had a positive effect of him going to the ground. He didn't fully lock up, but he did go to the ground, which then Officer Madison and I were able to use hands-on techniques to keep him from getting up and trying to flee again.
Okay, so you to get him under control, and you eventually stand him up, and you all walk back towards where Officer Seitz is, correct?
Mamone kicked off the interrogation with confidence, answering every question like he had them memorized, but he was unaware of what was about to unfold.
Mr. Grant is placed on the ground in a kneeling position, and he is told to put his handcuffs back behind his back.
Is that how you were taught to handcuff somebody?
I was not trained on having a suspect replace his handcuffs from the front to the rear after he has reversed them, after he has flipped them from back to front. I have not been trained on putting his handcuffs back behind his back.
Okay. How do you normally handcuff a person if they haven't been handcuffed?
If they are not handcuffed, you handcuff them behind the back.
Okay, what if they say the handcuffs are twisted or hurting them? How do you unhandcuff them to readjust it?
I have not been trained on handcuffing a suspect based on his complaint of pain.
Have you ever had to adjust a handcuff on a person?
Yes.
How?
When they're behind his back.
How?
By placing my handcuff key in the handcuff and adjusting them behind his back.
Okay.
Grant moved the handcuffs to the front after trying to run. Mamone attempted to put the cuffs back behind Grant's back. Grant claimed he couldn't, but Mamone forced his leg back through the cuff as Grant screamed in pain. This moment was set to change Mamone's life forever.
He's on the ground and you tell him to put his hands back and behind him, and what does he say?
He fails to comply with the order.
What does he say?
You'd have to play the camera for me to repeat verbatim what he said. And even then, you just have to listen. I don't know from memory.
Get these handcuffs back behind him. Where do you think you're going to go? Y'all going to run us with handcuffs on. Now you're going to stop. Now you're going to drop down to your knees. Now you're going to fix your handcuffs. Going to put them back behind your back. No, it's okay. Let them go. Put them back. Put them behind your back. Go on. You're the one who got them in front. You told me. Put them on your knees. Put them on your back. If you do anything other than what I say, you get sprayed in the face.
If you just say if I move.
Put them behind your back.
You just say if I move, you're going to spray me.
You're going to put those behind your back.
He might have some kind of what's wrong? Why can't spray him?
Oh no, he just likes him.
Mamone was totally thrown off. It looked like he forgot what to say next and he was scrambling for answers. The confidence he had earlier vanished, leaving him looking completely unprepared and shocked.
Recall from him with his legs outstretched, not attempting to even bring his knees to his chest to flip the handcuffs.
Okay. And he says he can't.
Yeah, but he hasn't physically tried and he says he can't. Correct.
Okay, well there's some things that I know I can't do without having tried, but I understand what you're saying. You're saying you didn't try.
I'm about to unstuck you.
Correct.
You want to do it, you want me to do it for you?
Look at me. I'm trying to, bro.
You're not even trying. Not even trying.
I'm trying to.
Not even trying. You're stuck? I'm about to unstuck you.
You said it. What does it mean?
I can't recall because I can't see. He said, I don't know what he means by I'm stuck, so therefore I don't recall what I meant by I can't unstuck you.
And why were you going to pepper spray him?
If he provided physical resistance, my use of force choice probably would have been pepper spray.
This officer was clearly the type everyone hated at work because of his arrogance and attitude problems. It was shocking to see him still justifying his actions, even with the evidence right in front of him.
I swore.
Put him behind your back.
Oh my God. Put him behind.
What was the purpose of shaking the pepper spray?
I don't recall. Am I shaking pepper spray?
Yeah.
Go home.
Look at me. I'm trying to, bro.
You're not even trying. Not even trying.
I'm trying to.
Not even trying. You're stuck? I'm about to unstuck you. You want to do it, you want me to do it for you? You want to do it, you want me to do it for you? Okay, we'll do it for you.
What the?
I didn't even touch you.
He said, I cannot. And now you're forcefully pulling his leg through the handcuffs. Why are you pulling his leg through the handcuffs?
To get them repositioned to the rear.
He said that he couldn't and that he was yelling because it hurt.
We don't know if he's yelling because he's hurt. I can yell right now. It doesn't mean I'm in physical pain.
He was yelling as you were pulling his leg through the handcuffs.
Correct, he was.
So that wouldn't indicate that it was hurting him?
Not necessarily, man.
Why else would he be yelling?
For any various reasons. Draw a crowd. Maybe see if you get attention to people in the apartment.
The way this incident unfolded was unbelievable. It was clear the officer refused to redo the cuffs out of pure spite. He treated the detained like an animal, and it was obvious he took pleasure in inflicting pain and humiliation.
So you didn't want to reposition the handcuffs because you haven't been trained or because he already ran once?
I haven't been trained in repositioning a suspect who has fled from the scene, who has flipped his cuffs on the ground to reposition him in his back, ma'am.
Okay, so you didn't have control of the prisoner?
No, I never said we didn't have control. I said I've never
I'm
been
asking
trained.
you, did you have control of him?
I can't say we did.
It's not a trick question. Just
well, it is because it depends on your definition of control.
Is he free to leave?
No, he's detained, ma'am.
Okay. Is he under arrest in the back of the car?
Yes, at this point he's under arrest.
Okay. So what was stopping you from unhandcuffing him and putting the handcuffs behind his back?
I've never been trained to do that.
You've never been trained to unlock a pair of handcuffs?
Not from a person who has fled and lied about his name.
That has nothing to do with you unlocking a pair of handcuffs. Nothing.
Honestly, as a cop, he should have been embarrassed to admit he didn't know how to handcuff the prisoner. The interrogator nailed it, gave him a pretty hard time, which pushed him to act like a coward next.
Have you ever been trained to unlock handcuffs? That's all I'm asking you.
Not in the front of a person's body.
Can we take a break?
You sure can. 10:50 hours. At what point did you realize that Mr. Grant had a warrant?
I believe just after Sergeant Ospina shows up to do his response to resistance.
So the handcuffing and the moving the handcuffs around, all of that was already done, right? And he was by the car?
He's being interviewed by Sergeant Ospina by the Ford Explorer.
So the handcuffing thing was done on the ground?
Correct.
And what was his warrant for?
Attempted homicide out of North Charleston, South Carolina.
Officer Dunlap?
Can we back the video all the way up to the beginning, please?
It was clear the interrogator wanted to do the right thing, but everyone else seemed corrupt. If it weren't for the lawyer, Mamone would have almost admitted just how incompetent he was during the arrest. After the investigation, Officer Andrew Mamone was found to have used unreasonable force. And even after using excessive force, he only faced suspension for 24 hours without pay. Mamone appealed the suspension, but his grievance was rejected. So when will these cops learn that their actions have consequences? Let me know in the comments below. And if you liked the video, subscribe so you don't miss out on the next one we have in store for you. Thanks for watching. This is Detective Mystery signing off.